the codes of that. Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem. It's the codes of who you are. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. You will believe in yourself. I'm just the espresso. I'm just a shot in the morning to get you going. They say people don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives. Think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you probably picture them all the way in the back of the class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative, and this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this, because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publisher, come and kill me. Do whatever you're gonna do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not gonna just stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're gonna do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules. It's about truth, it's about information, it's about awesomeness, and the only luxury is time. When this goes online or whatever it is, it really matters, and it really doesn't matter. What matters is, the people who are sparked by it, and the people who are offended by it. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck you, because it's about motivating the doer. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. And I'm Kanye West at age 36. So just watch the next 10 years. One thing I want to express to people also, people think a lot of my motivation is very megalomaniac and self-oriented. To the contrary, completely. I just want to help. From day one, I just wanted to help. It's crazy that we live in a world that if you're super positive and super creative, that it's scary. So what does that tell you about the mentality of most people? It is the glass shattering of the class system, which is the new racism. Class is the new way to discriminate against people, to hold people down, to hold people in their place based on where their kids go to school, how much money they make, what they drive, where they live, and what type of clothes they have, and how much they have in their account for, retirement. To somehow say that this person right here means more than this person. I know I tweeted, Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. My doorman is more important to me than any head of any company. He keeps us safe. My driver keeps us safe and goes to work every day. The guy painting the windows, at the house, when we changed them from white to chocolate brown, or, what the architect suggested. He is just as important as anyone else that walks in that house and grabs a glass of champagne. It's no more of this separation of where you came from, your race, finance background, education, talent. Period. The mixing of ideas, the mixing of the two lunch tables working together. Humanity. Period, man. We're one. Exclusivity is the new N-word. Not nigga. Exclusivity. Am I saying the word right? Yeah. That is the new N-word. Because nothing should be exclusive. Everyone should have an opportunity to drink from the same fountain. The idea of exclusivity is a new colored people fountain concept. And saying we're gonna overcharge sneaker culture guys to, drink at the right fountain. You know, we have to reboot our mentality, period, of a generation. You know, it wouldn't even matter if I sold one sweatshirt, you know, as long as this interview gets done and kids hear this and know this, and someone in a position of power or someone that would be in a position of power in the future has a chance to make a difference, and that they saw that someone who was at their lowest point, grabbing at straws, expressed themselves freely and overcame it through all adversity. All adversity means that they can do the same thing. I'm not in a competition with anyone. None of us will be remembered. You know, our existence as a race, humanity, period, is a blip, a millisecond of our life in the entire scope of the universe. All these walls that keep us from loving each other as like one family, as one race. You know, racism, religion, you know, where we grew up, you know, whatever it is, class, social and economics, you know, all this. What makes us like be so selfish, prideful? What makes us not want to help the next man? What makes us, you know, be so focused on a personal legacy as opposed to an entire legacy of a race? You know, like the dinosaurs aren't remembered for much more than their bones. You know, so for when humanity's gone, you know, what do we give to even this little planet, you know, that we're on? And what could we do collectively?